Hey guys, got a 98 E36 328i here, and I'm going to be installing a NRG SRK E36H Slim Hub on this bad boy. If you're like me, you've checked other videos and noticed that it's pretty much just all kids who don't know what they're doing and they're hacking their shit apart. My car isn't clapped out, so that's not what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to try to keep this as quick as possible and with as much information as possible, because I don't like watching videos either of people who sit there and talk for 20 minutes just to tell you that they're taking one screw out. So fuck that. Let's get started. Cool. First thing you're going to want to do is there's a T30 screw here and a T30 screw here on the back side of the steering wheel. Once you loosen those, they don't come out of the steering wheel, they're retained in the steering wheel. Once you loosen those, your airbag will slip off and you will have, I already disassembled mine, you will have a yellow clip for the airbag that pops straight out, and you have a brown wire for the ground on the horn that also pulls straight out. So once those are off, the airbag is free and clear, and you will come to the steering wheel portion. And when you open it up, it's not going to look like this, because again, mine's disassembled. You're going to have a plastic shroud that just pops off. It's got little, little clips that pop into those holes there. So, take that, whatever, that's shit. So once that's off, that will expose the blue wire that's attached just by a screw threaded into the wheel. That is the ground wire to complete the circuit for your horn. So remove that, and you have the other harnesses removed for the airbag, and then you remove your 16 mil or 5/8 locking nut for the steering wheel, and leave that about 2/3 on. Crack it free, and then feel free to remove that, but don't actually take the steering wheel off just yet. What you're going to want to do before this, and this is where every video I see they fuck up, because they just pull the clock spring apart thinking they can disconnect the wires from the back of the wheel. No, can't do that shit. Once you get the wheel free and it's cracked, you don't have it off, it's still sitting on here, you're going to want to come and take apart the lower steering column shroud, which is very simple. This is what it looks like. This is where the wheel is. This is the underside. There's one plastic screw that goes in there. You loosen the screw, pull the clip out that the screw sits into. It's an expanding clip. Pull that out, and then this just pulls down. As you can see, it's got clips that kind of wedge in. Sorry, this camera's not really focusing, but yeah, just pull straight down and then maneuver it around your cruise control. That comes off. And that will leave you with these two harnesses here, which are the clock spring harnesses. So you're going to want to disconnect those. If you can't reach in here to unclip, you take it, pinch it from the front and the back, rotate it 45 degrees to your left, and it should drop right down, free and clear. And then once those are out, same thing. Leave it at 45. You can see the slot. Rotate it back, holds into place. So that's done. Cool. Now your steering wheel will be free and clear to be removed with the clock spring attached. So you pull that off, and again, I have this disassembled already. When you take it off, your clock spring will be here. You have 3 T10 screws. Remove those, put them somewhere safe, or you're not going to lose them because you're going to need them. And then that's it for this. This is now obsolete. So now we're going to go over to the NRG E36H Slim Hub, which I've already assembled. One thing you will notice right out of the box, this does not work with your factory clock spring without modification. But don't fear, it's very minimal, even though it shouldn't be any, because it's a brand new product. It should just go on, but thanks NRG for that, I appreciate it. What you're going to need to do is, if you have this and you haven't fixed it yet, you'll notice that when you put one screw in, any one of these screws in, the other two holes are about 1/3 covered by the actual plastic rings on here, because the hole spacing on the hub is too small. So what I did was, I just put a drill bit that fit perfectly through the original hole, this one, sorry, or whatever one, a drill bit that fit perfectly through. You do not want to enlarge the hole around. You do not want to enlarge the hole around. What you want to do is elongate the hole. So if you're looking with the screw at the top, you want to elongate it towards the center, but you don't want to go all the way through the plastic. If you leave about 1 millimeter around the shallowest part here on either screw, same thing here, shave it down on the inside, and same thing with that one in there. You will have just enough space without actually drilling all the way through that ring to mount it securely. So that's good. So I did that and I installed that. I don't need to show you that. I'm pretty sure you can figure it out. So instead of making the hole bigger around, you want to make it like oval towards the bottom. And the way I did that, I will show you, because this is probably the easiest way to do it. If you have a drill press, I just put a drill bit that fit and then slipped the hole through and just kind of pushed it towards the edge that I needed to shave it. And it got there very precisely, not too fast, not too slow, very clean. Very confident with the work while I was doing that. So that's good. That's installed. If you do that, then you flip it around once you slip your wires through. And there is a mounting hole for the ground wire, but it is not threaded, nor is it small enough to where you can thread it for the original screw that came off of that ground wire. So you're just going to have to find something that'll go in there and bite. I just used a very short sheet metal screw, if this wants to focus. Just a short sheet metal screw that bit right into the aluminum for a good ground. And that's that. So that is now all assembled and whatnot. Basically then you just put your hub on, slips right in perfectly fine, make sure it's centered. You can fuck around with that after. Clip your harnesses back in. I mean, I'm not going to, but if you want to, you can cut this off because you're not going to be using the airbag. I'm just going to keep it in case I have to go back to OEM. And you will, from what I hear, get a airbag light that comes up on the dash once you disconnect this. But it seems that a previous owner who's had this has already disconnected those lights, so I don't got to worry about doing the resistor mod or whatever, because I'm assuming the airbags don't work already. And then from there, once you have that all connected, you can, I guess you would put your lower shroud back on, put that all back together, and that's where you start messing around with your steering wheel placement. You put that on and then make a new end for your horn wire to fit on to your horn button if you need to. I do, because that one's too small. And then, I mean, really, that should be it. But yeah, so that doesn't fit right out of the box. Thanks, NRG. $150 to keep modifying stuff. Appreciate it. Anyways, I hope this helped, and happy motoring.